Every single day of my miserable life, I smoke a very unhealthy amount. And when I inevitably whisk myself away into my sweet little dreams, they always turn out to be actual fever dreams. It'll either be the most delightful, confusing, or downright heinous activities my mind conjures up deep into the night. The complete relaxation and peace of mind being high gives me while falling asleep is worth the gamble I always inevitably take in my dreams. So I've recently journaled some of my more out-of-pocket dreams I've had while high, so I can expose my evil subconscious to the public. I'm not afraid to say it. I love monkeys. They're too funny and silly without a care in the world. All they do is swing from vine, chill, and be awesome. So I end up watching a lot of monkey videos in my free time, especially when I'm off a few gummies. You could best believe that afterward, when I fall asleep, a few cheeky chimps sneak through into my dreams. Now, this particular dream was built different because it starts off in the center of the monkey town square of the monkey village. This place had chimps and baboons walking all about in a civilized manner, and somehow I had this ability to telekinetically communicate with any monkey I wanted to. They would come up to me like, and I'd look into their soft eyes and respond. Yeah, man, I totally get you. That's too true. So I'm doing my monkey business, shopping in the local banana store, when the great sage monkey and mayor of Monkey Society approaches me. Nah, man, you got it all wrong. I'm a monkey just like you. I was just in an accident. So I started climbing this massive tree for the coconut, but it was too hard for my human body. So I eventually fell and landed into mud, where ants instantly ate my body alive. I felt every horrific bite as they tore the flesh straight off the muscle and bone and tendons. Unlike the real world, I wasn't devoured though. I was simply just decreased in size. As a tiny person, the great monk mayor officer supreme presidential monkey came to my side and said to me, I had never felt such disappointment in a chimp's eyes. Then I was quickly thrown into a trash can. It was an abrupt ending, but I mean, these are just dreams. I can't help what happens. Now that was a little dark, so let's lighten the mood. So I keep having dreams about prison. Whenever I go to bed, I more often than not dream I'm in a jail cell locked behind iron bars. This particular high-induced prison dream was a little different than the other ones I've had because it was also completely lucid. I had full control over my thoughts and actions, and for some reason I was in an all-female prison despite being a large smelly man. I vividly remember the first thought I had to myself being, I gotta rizz up these prison ladies, sheesh. Then grabbing the bars containing me with my huge arms and ripping them out of the walls one by one. Despite being aware it was a dream, I lost all control. As soon as I stepped out and all these fine dames laid eyes on me, I knew what was about to happen. One by one, each of these women slowly approached me. And right before it was about to get epic, I woke up into a sleep paralysis episode. I was laying in my infested bed as I remember it, but I couldn't move my bones or muscles. Then shadow people started to move out of the closet and slowly approach me. It was just like my dream prior, except that instead of hot babes, it was horrific eldritch underworld demons that probably wanted to kill me. They stood over my lifeless husk of a body, and as I looked them in the eyes, they just looked back. I was so scared I would have shit myself if I had bodily autonomy and wasn't paralyzed. Once I got my bodily control back though, the demons disappeared and I made a sound that sounded something like this. I just wish I got to stay in the prior dream just a little longer, man. There was another day where I was watching the Industry Baby music video non-stop just because I thought it was cool and the song is amazing. As I went to sleep, I had a really cool dream that involved a new strain of herpes that widely spread throughout the United States. It was very infectious and extremely life-threatening. So much so that it got to my entire family and I watched everyone I know and love slowly die in front of my eyes. I was not immune either because the strain eventually got to me and I had to see all my awesome and vascular muscles slowly drain away until I was but skin and bone disintegrating into nothingness. All that was left was to be welcomed into the afterlife's cold embrace. It was probably the coolest dream I've ever had. But throughout all these high dreams, my real high dream is to one day eventually smoke weed with Pokimane. I think that would make for a banger video, am I right? Anyways, I was just like Drake these nights because I would get so high I would be out like a light. And that's the video. Subscribe.